Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. My name is Elliot Pierre, your host, and we're going to start the show off the same way we start every show, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and from the bottom of my heart, the fact that you're spending with us really does mean the world to me. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cotton me loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
Okay, now we got a good show today. I'm excited about this one. Uh, this guy I've never actually met in person before, but we've been following each other on social media for quite some time, so I feel like I know him. So this is always an interesting one when you have like a relationship with somebody online, but you don't really know him. I'm about to meet him today and find out all about his company and what he's about. So, as you guys are already aware, I do not introduce my guests. I let them do that themselves because they do a better job. So, on that note, sir, can you please introduce yourself and tell people who you are?
Hey everybody at home, my name is Travis Barber. I'm the owner of North 63 Electric. Not only that, I'm the loving father of two beautiful pups at home, probably watching me on Facebook right now. Hey guys, how you doing? I'll be home soon. Sarge, stay out of the garbage.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I love
All
them.
right, so let's get into it. Now, let's talk about your company first and foremost. What's your
Sure.
company all about?
My company is all about, well, basically, I'll just get into it. We do commercial, residential. We're getting into industrial as well. We do lots of service and maintenance work as well around the city.
Okay.
We're big on we're big on community right now,
Yeah.
just due to the fact that so many people have given to me. We're
Yeah.
just trying to give back to the community, and we're doing our best job. Yeah.
So this is a newer company for you, like maybe a year, year and a half at this point?
You know what? We're probably like a year today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I used to post a lot of stories about you doing work, and I saw you doing work at camps and different sites, and all of a sudden you started this brand. And what made you take that leap? I think I'm an entrepreneur myself. I love it. So, what about like your career? Did you want to transition in from working with somebody to actually like being the dude?
You know, I when I first got here, I was operating equipment on site like everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
and then it came a time where I had to decide what did I really want to do with my life, and it's kind of hard to step back out of the oil industry because you're so used to living that life where you're
That's
making
right.
so much money and stuff. But I knew there was something else that I had to do with my life, and I'm such an active ADD person
Yeah,
that I need to be moving. I need to be doing my own thing. And I just wanted to challenge myself as I get older. As you get older, you start to think like, is this really what I should be doing with life? Am I doing the right thing?
right.
And so I found my calling, and I took the challenge. I took the leap.
Cool. I
Yeah.
love it. What I love about your company, and I don't know as far as the service and everything, I've heard good things. I've read the reviews. I love the marketing that you do for it, man. I love the brand. Like I saw outside now, you have a nice like cube van. It's nice and big, looks super professional. I see it all the time. It's nice and white. You always keep it clean. But you love to push the swag. There are so many guys and girls rocking your hats and your logos. Every time I go to the barber shop, I see your stuff. So good on you, man.
Thanks. I appreciate that. The swag thing is, it's I have so much support in this community. I
Yeah,
really
you
do,
do.
and I'm so thankful because that's my favorite part about this community is how much love everybody gives and they give back. And if it wasn't for everybody wearing my hats and shirts and toques or whatever, I just this wouldn't really be a company without all these people that are helping me out.
That's right.
And I also I kind of like the swag too. It looks good. It looks sharp, and
Yeah,
people see it around town. They go, oh hey, there's an electrical company. They'll ask the people about it, and then
that's
all of
right.
a sudden I'm getting more work. So
That's
it's
right.
good. And when you got employees to feed and you got to get them working, you do what you can to get out there and get your name out there. So
There you
that's
go.
important to me.
The one thing that I saw online, which I thought was hilarious, because you obviously have a lot of bros in this community that you hang out with. They were taking pictures of every time you pulled into a fast food joint. like, that's that is something that my boys would do. Like the hazing and the harassment that your friends give you is hilarious. So, like personally, so tell me how this started with your friends taking pictures of you in fast food joints.
I don't know how it started. When you start a business, all
Yeah,
right, you have no time. Your life is over. You're not cooking. You're not doing anything.
right.
If you get a second to eat, you're jumping into A&W. and
Yeah.
you're eating some burgers. And
Yeah.
eventually people just started catching me there and
Right.
taking pictures and making jokes about it. It's actually a super funny story because it got so carried away. So many people were taking pictures and posting them all over Facebook that I actually got a phone call
Yeah.
from one of the owners of a fast food restaurant in town. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, I'm the owner of the so and so establishment." And I said, "Oh, right on. How are you today?" And we started talking, and I basically said, "How can I help?" And he's like, "I see so many pictures of you working on the intercoms at the A&W drive-through." He's like, I'm having some issues with mine. I was wondering if I'd be able to have you come down and check them out. And I was like, "Oh." What do I say to that? So
Yeah.
I had to tell him. I started laughing. I said, "You know what? Let me just be honest with you. I'm like, I got a fast food addiction. This that they're actually just making fun of me when they see me rolling up to A&W." And
That's
he's like,
hilarious.
"No way." But it ended up getting me a whole bunch of work out of him.
There you
And,
go.
and it was great. So, even any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. I just thought it's hilarious because my previous job to before I started my company, I was in human resources,
Yeah,
and my buddies knew it. And earlier in my career, I was a recruiter,
right,
and so like I had to talk and interview, and I used to fly all over Canada to like interview and get people to come back to Fort
right.
Mac. So constantly, my boys would be calling in, doing different accents and like pretending they're looking for jobs, and they would record it. And so I would be like, I'd pick up the phone and somebody would be like, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." I'm not going to do the very racist accents, but and then I'd have to go through this whole thing. And sometimes, like, they were so good, I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not. So I'd have to go with it. And then Friday night we'd be partying together, and all of a sudden they hit play on the CD player, and there I am interviewing one of the boys. So when I saw them taking
Uh,
pictures of you, it just like shocked me right back to just like,
right.
you know what, guys having fun.
It is.
Yeah,
It's good to have friends like that.
yeah,
They make fun of me all the time, and
yeah,
you got to be able to take it with a grain of salt and give
yeah,
it back a little bit and laugh. I mean, that's what life's all about.
yeah. It keeps you
Life's
grounded.
all it does. It keeps you grounded. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And when you don't get to spend a lot of time with them, you'll even get made fun of
yeah.
just to have
That's
a
it.
little bit of a conversation with someone.
That's it. Now you and like on the same topic, you and your crew, you guys seem like pretty tight. Like you guys vacation together. You guys prior to COVID, like hang out
We
together,
do.
like party and go to all different places. So how did that all like? Is this a crew that you moved to Fort McMurray with? You just met here? How did that evolve?
It's I moved here at a young age. I moved away from home at a young age. I was
Okay.
just turning 16
Oh wow.
when I left home and set out to be a man.
Okay.
So, I've spent all my life pretty much since I was 16 on away from my family. So you build a family in your community. And the people I go away with, I go away with Sandy Bowman, who's up and coming for mayor. Make sure you guys vote for him. He's a great guy. We spend Christmas with each other every year in Puerto Vallarta. I started training with him and fighting under him professionally at a younger age in my young 20s. I also, the owner of Gym Nation, Jess Allen, it's a great gym. We go together there too every year. And there's also some other friends that always come and join and jump in and leave. We have a new member to the group too that started coming with us here, Mark Taplin, the owner of Northwest Construction. So we've built a very tight family over the years, and that's how we like to spend our Christmases. That's a family I got. You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome.
Not
Yeah.
that I don't love my own family and go back home to visit them, but everybody, when you live so far away, you make your family where you live, and
That's right.
that's a beautiful thing about Fort McMurray.
That's cool, man. So where's your family? Where are you from?
I'm from Vancouver Island. I am.
No way. What
I
part of
am.
Vancouver Island?
I was originally born and raised in Victoria for half of my life,
Okay.
and then moved to Campbell River for the other half of my life, where we grew up. We got a beautiful farm back home, lots of horses and
Oh,
chickens and goats and miniature horses, and
yeah.
it's an incredible place to go. I mean, our house is like completely surrounded by beautiful waterfalls. My mom's got, she made this farm her dreamland. And
Yeah.
there's big ramps so that the horses could walk into the house and say hello to you. It's a pretty cool place to grow up and be around. So I was
Wow.
super thankful that I grew up like that. I'm super proud of where I came from.
So what was the pull to come to Fort Mac? How did that all happen? Especially at such a young age, man.
It's true. Um, Growing up, before obviously my mother met my stepfather, we grew up with not very much money. We didn't have a lot. And so my goal, when you don't have the things that you see other kids have, your goal is, I want those things. I'll
That's
go
right.
out and get those things myself. So I was just super motivated to work hard at a young age. And,
Yeah.
I was told the oil field was where it's at. There's money there. So, I packed my garbage bag and I jumped on the first bus the day I turned 16. I might have
Really?
been still been 15 and started working on the rigs at 16. They're like, what are you doing out here, young man? I'm
Yeah.
like, I came to work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you started off as like a laborer then?
No, I started off as a roughneck working on the
Okay.
oil rigs.
Okay.
Yeah, with grown men. I was like a skinny little 16-year-old kid.
All right. So how did
Yeah.
you transition into a trade then? How did you pick the trade that you transitioned into?
I have a lot of my best friends are electricians, and they've
Okay.
always told me, they're always like, they're like, I think you'd be good at it. I think you should do it. And I've always thought of it as something that I couldn't do. I've heard how hard the schooling was,
Right.
and it was intimidating to me, super intimidating. And I got to a point in my life where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna go for it. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. And I just never turned back. I went after it. I struggled and I struggled and I struggled.
Yeah.
And I found a way to get by and to learn. And I did all the extra things that other people weren't doing. If you
Yeah.
struggle, I joined the Science and Math Academy here in Fort McMurray, and I taught myself and got taught by the teacher there as well.
Right.
Science and math and English, and then off to the races. Here we are.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So rig camps. Now a lot of guys talk about like, oh, my camp is this, my camp is that in Fort McMurray. You lived in rig camps.
I didn't live in rig camp.
No.
No,
Oh, you
I
got
didn't.
lucky.
I actually got to live at home because it was Provost. I mean, you're right out there
Oh,
in the midst
wow.
of everything. Yeah, so you would basically just jump in your vehicle and drive to the shop in the town, and then
Right.
they take you out there in a pickup truck.
Oh, you got lucky because
I
I was
did.
just about to talk about rig camps with you. Oh man,
I've heard the stories.
they're wild.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Have you been out to any or just heard?
Yeah.
Really?
No. Like
Okay.
my background, like I said, human resources. So
Right.
I used to work for this company, Eveready. They're Clean Harbors now.
Sure.
Water trucks, vac trucks, so on and so forth.
Mhm.
And we used to have guys come up and work in the rig camps on the winter roads and whatnot, right? And well, if I'm hiring guys to come out and live in these things, I got to live it myself. So one weekend, I said, yeah, I'm gonna go live at camp for 4 days. And so I went out to the rig camp and I lived there for 4 days. And it was a very different experience. Like, it was great. It was clean. It's this, that, and the other. But like, you're literally in the middle of nowhere. Your room is really tight, to say the least.
Right.
Like, the walls, they're thin. Communal washrooms. There's no Jack and Jill. There's no independent. Like, it was like, it was. I knew what I was getting into, but
Right.
it was something on another level. Especially like, if the guy's next door is snoring, you're hearing him.
Now,
You might as well be sharing a bed with
how
that guy.
long ago was this?
This is like, how old am I? I'm 30. I'm horrible at math, Tanner. You might have to bust out the calculator on this one. I'm 38 now. This is when I was 24 years old.
Okay, so back then they probably didn't have gyms or anything to do. You go there, you eat your food, and you go back to your room, and if
That's-
you're lucky, you get a TV and a tiny little jail bed.
That's right. That's exactly it. There was like a
Right.
little rec room that had like a bigger television, and it
Right.
had a foosball table out there. I love foosball, so I was like, okay, this is good, but it was still tight and not much bigger than the living room that we're in. And I think the camp held like 100 plus guys, so like not everybody could be there at the same time. But yeah, like
It's not like that anymore, though. I mean, you go out to the camps, and they're like beautiful facilities. They got beautiful gyms. They got
Right.
restaurants. It looks like I remember-
Three-star hotel out there.
these
Yeah,
camps,
exactly.
these camp, the
Yeah.
permanent camps,
Yeah.
yes, the rig camps,
Yeah.
different ball game.
People still find a way to complain, though. They
Oh,
always do. They find a
yeah.
way to complain. I mean, you're
Wow.
pretty lucky to be staying in a camp like that. I understand, though, being away from your family would be completely hard.
That's
but
right.
I mean, compared to the camps like that you experienced.
That's
And
exactly
one
it.
time I experienced one when I was young, too. I just remembered when I worked on the pipeline, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was almost just like a big, lying, giant trailer.
That's
What
right.
are those things called? We used to do school in them when you were a kid?
Portables.
Portables. It was
Yeah.
a bunch of portables
That's
stuck
right.
together. Like,
That's right.
That was our camp. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is home for the next 6 months. This
That's
is great.
So it was funny. Fast forward, I'm working for Eveready. Then I became the HR manager for Acuren, and so the guys one day were complaining about their camps. They were in the executive lodge,
Right.
and they had been demoted to like whatever non-executive, and they were complaining. So I went out to site and like, Elliot, the camp facilities are this, that, and the other. And I said, okay, somebody throw me their keys to the executive lodge,
Right.
and then the other guy threw me the keys, okay, to the regular lodge, okay. So I got the two keys. I was like, I'm gonna go check out both of these rooms, and I'll come back and we'll have a discussion. And I was like, that being said, boys, I've actually stayed in a rig camp. So like my expectation of what I'm going to see is a little bit different. So just so you're aware, my sympathy might not be there because I know what a rig camp looks like. And both guys were like, throw me back the keys, Elliot. And I threw him back the keys because they knew, like, these camps out here, they're nice.
Yeah.
They are nice, especially like the executive camps where you have like your own individual washroom. You might be sleeping in a double bed, not like a single. Like you got some space, like you said, the gyms. Camp life in town or out of town, however you want to call it, not as rough as rig camp life.
No.
No. So you're working rig camps, then you come to Fort McMurray.
I
You just
come
followed
from-
the money, or how did that happen?
As a young man, I was getting in a little bit of trouble back when I was living in Calgary. I somehow, fast forward, I'm somehow in Calgary.
Right.
My big brother Kyle, he calls me up and he says, you know what, it's time to pack your bags. We're going to Fort McMurray and you're going to come work for me. And I said, okay, perfect. So I packed a garbage bag and jumped on I think I jumped on a bus, met him in Edmonton, and then started my Fort McMurray life. I believe it was about 20 when I got here.
Okay.
I've been here for quite a bit. I think I'm going on 17 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were getting in more trouble in Calgary than Fort McMurray?
Absolutely. It's a fun place.
What?
It's a fun place with a lot of girls and fun bars.
Yeah.
And you're just out having too much fun. And not to mention the house we were renting it was phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
there was like 4 of us there, me and
Yeah.
my best friends.
Yeah.
And the whole backyard was like a big giant swimming pool with big, beautiful Mexican fences around it and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like you're looking for trouble every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
day.
yeah,
You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
have a party there.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where it was like, okay, I need to straighten my life out.
Yeah.
And then I came to Fort McMurray.
That's
and I mean,
hilarious.
it's not like I came here and everything, the dust settled.
That's right.
I was still young and still had a lot of fun here. But, as you get older, you get too tired to do anything.
Yeah. That's right.
You work and you want to go home and relax.
That's hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
I usually hear the opposite. I like me and my boy Tanner here. We grew up here
Yeah.
in Fort Mac, and so yeah, in your 20s, especially like Fort McMurray has like blessed me and a lot of other individuals with like great careers, great stability.
Right.
So yeah, I remember in my 20s, man, you can get in some trouble. You can get in trouble anywhere, but yeah, I got in some trouble in Fort Mac. Yeah.
It depends who your friends are too. I think
That's
you could
right.
throw me and my friends in a back alley with a bunch of those ravens and we'd have a good time.
That's exactly it. Well, that's what I tell. Like, I love traveling, and COVID is tough on me because obviously you can't travel. But I'll travel anywhere, and so me and my business partner had a trip booked to go to Winnipeg, and my boys were just like, "Why?" Like, because every quarter we fly somewhere different,
Right.
And somewhere fun. And so when we told them we're going to Winnipeg, they're like, "Dude, in all the places in all the world, why would you pick Winnipeg?" I'm like, "Man, you could send me to Mariana Lakes. Is there a bar? Am I there with somebody and some people that I like?
Yeah.
Game over." So yeah, I can go anywhere and have a good time. But yeah, our game plan is to actually try to hit every province and every territory. So that's why
I love
Winnipeg was
that.
just on the hit list. So I've hit all the territories, I've hit all the provinces already. My business partner hasn't, but I haven't been to any of the territories yet. So I'm excited for that part.
Yeah, myself as well. I haven't hit any of the territories either. Traveling is what I love to do.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time traveling, me and my girlfriend. When we first met, actually, that's how we met. And I was like, hey, like I'm going off to Asia in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be gone a long time. And she's
Right.
like, we just started a relationship. I don't think it's good for her. I'm like, well, you could quit your job and come with me. And she's like, okay. And so we
Nice.
just jumped on a plane and we took off to Asia and traveled all of Asia. It was a blast.
That's
It was a beautiful
awesome.
time. We were there for like 40 days. It was phenomenal. So we're just patiently waiting
Yeah.
to have the world open up again so we could do what we truly enjoy and truly love. And I think the thing that I love the most is traveling. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have anxiety, you're working too much, traveling just takes all that and it makes it go away.
That's right.
It gives you a whole bunch of new things to worry about.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly
but
it.
they're exciting and they're
Yeah.
new at least,
My thing about traveling is it gives you perspective in regards to we're spoiled here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in Fort McMurray, for goodness sakes. Oh my Lord, we're in a little bubble. So I love to travel and just see like other perspectives of culture and how people deal with things. My favorite like part of traveling is the countries where they're not on the same fast pace we are here.
Right.
Where we're always like go, 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 get things done. All of a sudden you go to a different country and like you're in a lineup waiting to buy your groceries and like this is taking forever. Why is this taking forever? And you get up there and the cashier is having a chat with the person, and they're just having a chat, and you're like, hey, come on, like, where's the efficiency here? And they look at you like, hey, man, you need to relax.
Yeah, sometimes you got to
You need to
realize.
relax. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. So I like the different perspective I get when I go to different places.
The real world's a lot more chill than we imagine because we live
Way
such
more.
crazy, rushed lives. You know, we're working, we're doing this, we're doing that. We don't take time to smell the flowers, in
No,
other
we
words. And
don't.
you notice in other cultures, they take so much time and pride in their family time and their downtime. I think when I was in Italy, I noticed everything was shut down at like noon
Yeah,
till like 3 or something. I
that's
can't
right.
remember. That's kind of an arbitrary numbers I'm throwing out there for
Yeah,
time. But
yeah,
and what I was told is they go home,
yeah,
they have a glass of wine, and they spend time with their family. And I was like, that's brilliant. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It probably helps the home life out a lot better too.
No doubt. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, money is not like the end all be all.
Right.
Like my family's from South America, and same
Oh.
kind of thing. Like when things like they shut down at weird times,
Hmm.
and you're just like, but I'm here now. Like you're losing money. The fact that I'm here to purchase something and you're not here, it's not good for your business. Your business could be doing better. And they're like, whatever, man. Just like, wow, okay. Takes a second to get used to.
It does.
Takes a second, but it's a beautiful thing to see. There's
It
no doubt
is.
about that.
It is.
So we're at the point of the show. This is Tanner's segment. It's called the Mac City Minute.
Okay.
He's going to ask you some questions. I don't know what he's going to ask you. Best of luck. They're always interesting. Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Question number 1. What is your most interesting story? Tattoos.
Oh, this is a good one. I might as well just tell the truth. I think I was probably about 22. My best friend, big brother type of guy, he got a new tattoo gun, and we're like, this is a great idea to have drinks and tattoo each other. And so like him and a couple of my other buddies, they pretty much had to hold me down, but they tattooed "B Diggity" across my butt.
B Diggity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, the reason why I got that, we had to have we used to fight when I was younger. I had some professional fights, and they phone you and they're like, they're getting your name and your information, and they're like, and what's your nickname? What do people call you? And I was like, I don't know. What do they call me? I think when we were younger, my friends would make jokes and they'd be like, "Hey, B Diggity, what up?" So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with that."
Yeah.
And I got tattooed on my butt for the rest of my life.
That's hilarious.
Question number 2. What is your favorite piece of merch?
Favorite piece of merch I sell? Whew, that's tough. That one's tough because I love the snapback hats. I really do. Those are my favorite, hands down. But the new sweaters that we got going on right now, the ones that we're doing for families in need for charity in Fort McMurray, those are, put the hat or the toque on with the color match it. It looks really good. It looks really sharp, and everyone else seems to be enjoying them too. So
Nice.
sorry I didn't have a specific answer. I like them all.
No answer is wrong. Question number 3. What is your go-to guilty pleasure fast food order?
Everybody already knows it's A&W, but there's another secret one too. I like pizza, but A&W is so easy.
But what do you get?
What do I get?
Yeah, let's hear this
I
order.
get the Papa Burger and add the bacon and the cheese on an unseeded bun. I get the Diet Coke and the fries.
There you go.
Good. It's like I go and I order this big unhealthy meal, but no, hold up. I got to get a Diet Root Beer.
Question number 4. What was it like spending time at Monkey Island?
Oh, how'd you know about Monkey Island? Monkey Island was crazy. Let me tell you. So we're in Asia, right? And it's so hot. Like it's unbearable hot at certain times of the day.
Mhm.
So we would get up at like 4 a.m. and we'd rent a boat and we'd just take off. And we're like, okay, we'd plan everything. My girlfriend, she's really smart. So she's always on her computer finding things for us to do, which is good because it keeps us busy during the trip. She's like, we got to check out Monkey Island. And so it was like 4 a.m. We went out there, we got there and there was no monkeys. And I was like, oh man. I was like, we're not going to get to see any wild monkeys. But then we jumped back on the boat. We went around the corner, and all of a sudden, there's all these monkeys coming. They're coming at us. And you could see this mother, and she's got her little baby monkey on the pouch. And I'm grabbing chips, and I'm feeding them. They're taking it right from the hand. It was a little scary, but it was also like the most beautiful thing in the world. And the reason why I was a little bit worried about it is because I've talked to other friends that went there, and one of my friends actually got their nipple bit by one of the monkeys.
Right.
So I was like walking up to the monkeys trying to cover my tits.
That's right.
And your final question,
Yeah.
what was your favorite story from owning your red Dodge Viper?
Oh,
Dodge Viper.
shit. I'm just going to do it. Uh, it was really slick out one day. This is actually isn't my favorite story. This is my worst story, but it's a good story. And I came out from Shell on Gregoire, and I wasn't even driving bad. I didn't even mean to, but I just stepped on it just a little bit going around the corner, and it spun off the road and went right into the ditch.
Oh no.
It wasn't too bad, but it was in the ditch, and everybody going by me. I just hit the mic. I just broke a golden rule. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right, man. I break it all the time.
Everybody going by me, they're just taking pictures and videoing, and I got my hood up and I'm hiding. And so I'm getting these phone calls like, Barber, is that you? Is that you? And I'm like, no, that's not me, because there was another one in town exactly like it. I was like, mine's in the shop right now. I don't even have it. I'm like, that's that other guy that owns it. I'm like, what an idiot. And so I denied it forever. Now everyone knows that I lied.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got me through a lot of embarrassment.
And those have been your 5 questions.
That's hilarious. So a
Awesome.
Dodge Viper, man. That's
did.
sick.
Yeah.
There used to be that television show, Viper.
Yeah.
Where the
Probably
guy.
why I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. How long did you own that thing for?
I owned it for a few years. Actually, ended up selling it to the owner of Dodge in town. And
Okay.
the issue is that not that I didn't love it, not that it wasn't beautiful. The roads in Fort McMurray are a little rough for a car, and it was almost like race ready. It was super low to the
Super low.
ground, and
Yeah.
I remember it was like $10,000 damage just driving around town normal.
Right.
And I was like, that type of damage is like getting in an accident, but it was just from the potholes. So I
That's
said,
right.
hey, I love Fort McMurray. It's time to stick to trucks. So
That's right. I have a little sports car. I have a 1979 MG Midget.
oh wow,
It's like it's the smallest thing on the planet.
nice.
But yeah, in the summertime, like you got to be paying attention, like for those potholes,
Right.
because when you hit them,
They
game
hit
over.
you back.
yeah, man. With my car, like it's so tiny, I fall into the potholes. So you set an order. What is up with unseeded bun? Why are we going unseeded?
It's just always something I've always done. I don't like seeds. It tastes weird, I guess. I don't know. So
Okay.
I've always done it that way.
You're
and I
the
just
second
stick to
person
it.
to come in and say that. I've never ordered the unseeded version.
Right.
Like I've had cheeseburgers from McDonald's that don't have the seeds in it, and they
That's why I like the cheeseburgers there. They don't have seeds all over everything.
right.
I
Interesting.
find it weird. You go to a restaurant sometimes, you order this beautiful meal, and it doesn't say anything about sesame seeds, and all of a sudden it comes out, it's just like a whole bunch of sesame seeds all over everything. I'm like, I don't remember ordering sesame seeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's more sesame seeds here than there was food. And that bothers me so much. And you don't want to be a jerk, but I'm like, you gotta take this back, and you gotta write that on the. You gotta put that on the menu too.
I didn't even like this is nothing. I've never even thought about this before about restaurants having to have buns that don't have sesame seeds on it because it's
Right.
so prevalent. So you must have to like go out of your way. Hey, hamburger, no sesame seed bun.
I
please.
say unseeded bun. It's like they know me.
They know.
They know me at A&W. So like, yeah, no problem, Barber. They ain't no seeds on your bun.
Right,
No, but or you could just take 2 of the bottom buns,
right.
and you get less bread too, so it's healthier for you.
Nice.
I could be wrong, but it looks like
It
it's
looks
thinner.
healthier. Hey,
It looks healthier.
whatever makes you feel good in your head.
Perception is reality.
Perception is reality.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
are you only A&W, or do you mess with other
I
fast
mess
food
with
joints?
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I mess with this. I mess with that. I love McDonald's too.
All right.
I
Let's hear your
do.
McDonald's order.
6 to 10 McNuggets.
Yeah.
Double bacon cheeseburger, and then you know what I love? I
Yeah.
love the smoothies or the banana strawberry smoothie.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's my hangover meal.
Yeah. Listen, man, you work out obviously. Like if you're willing to put in the work, you can treat yourself with some bad food every once in a while.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, my McDonald's order is ridiculous because I'm a small guy, but everybody always asks, Kelly, why do you run so much? Tanner's like, why do you exercise in the morning? It's because I order stuff like this.
Yeah.
I get 10 nuggets, double cheeseburger made like a Mac,
Same.
large fries,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't really like pop or Coke, but I love the ice. So I tell them fill the thing up full of ice and only give me like a half a Coke. So like the Coke soaks into the ice, and I dump the Coke out and I just chew on the Coke ice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super weird, but
See,
yeah.
the thing about it is, it's not like I love fast food. I would love to have time to sit down and eat a real meal.
That's right,
When you're running a
100%.
business, or
Yeah.
if there's other things that you're busy doing, like you don't always have time to stop and cook, but you got to put something in you if you want to keep functioning.
That's it.
Sometimes fast food's right there for you, so
Yeah,
I take
that's
that
it.
option.
Me too. And you have to enjoy what you're
Yeah.
eating, even when it's fast food.
Absolutely.
So, dude, that's it. 20 minutes. We're over
wanted-
20 minutes.
Oh, really? I wanted to bring
30
one thing up.
minutes.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
If possible.
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now is we got a charity going for families in need, due to the fact that, when I started my business, I could have been that guy as well, because I had no job, and the potential job that I wanted was no longer there due to COVID as well. So, everybody got together in Fort McMurray and really helped my business out and gave to me. It feels like they gave to me because they kept sharing my stuff or wearing my gear, and it's given me a job to have my own business. So what we did right now is we got these sweaters, we got gray, you know, we got the gray and the black ones right now, and all the money and earning is going towards families in need in Fort McMurray.
That's awesome.
And so if you guys want to purchase one, you could reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. These are them anyway, and it's a great cause, and it's going to people that are having issues right now with money, and yeah, it's just super important for us to give back to the community. So thought I would just share that with everybody, and I really appreciate being on the show. By the way,
Yeah, man, no worries.
I watch it quite a bit, and I think you do such a wonderful job with everybody. You make everyone feel comfortable. So
That's awesome, man. Thank you
so
for
much
the
for having
kind
me on.
words. Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And real talk, come back as many times as you want.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a whole bunch of other things I wanted to ask you, but that's the whole point of the show. It's only 20 minutes, just a snapshot in somebody's life. So feel free to be a recurring guest.
Perfect.
There
Thank
we
you
go.
guys so much.
So one shout out, shameless plug before you leave. Let's hear all about your company, phone number, website, Facebook page. How can people support you and get in contact with you to help your business?
Absolutely. You guys can find me on Facebook or Instagram at the Barber Myth for Instagram. You guys can find us at north63electric.com, or feel free to give us a call at 780-381-7011. And me or one of my employees would be, happy to help you guys out with whatever electrical issues you guys are having. Thank you so much, Fort McMurray, and thank you for having me on the show. I love this city.
There we go.
Thank you.
Sweet. All right. On that note, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's another episode in the bag. So thank you very much for tuning in to the Mac City Morning Show. I've been your host, Elliot Pierre. And once again, I know you could be doing a million things. So the fact that you're sharing your time with us really does mean the world to me. So thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.